up, y'all? Welcome back to Mouthful, another episode. Thank you for joining us. Do not forget to subscribe to A Taste of the Culture, where you get all your Black owned liquor, wine, spirits, whiskey, tequila, vodka, all of that. Again, I'm Jen. We have some special guests here today. I'm really excited because we have our producer here today, filling in for Des and Ashe. Shout out to them and a few other co-hosts that I'm very, very excited to, get to talk to. And we'll be speaking with them throughout the show.
Ooh. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. How everybody doing?
Yo.
Doing good. We
Hey.
here.
Good. So we're gonna get straight into it. We have a special business guest here today. Before we get started, Miss Liz Renee. How are you, Miss Liz?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm glad to be here.
Good, good. So I have a couple questions for you. I actually have your up cards here. I received them in a Taste of the Culture box. Shout out to you and a Taste of the Culture. So just tell us a little bit about up and yourself. Like, how did you get started? Just give us a rundown.
Yeah, so my name is Liz Renee. I currently live in Capitol Heights, Maryland, which is right outside of DC. However, before moving to Capitol Heights, I went to the University of Georgia and went to high school down in Georgia. So been in the DMV for the last 7 years. And because I moved away from where I went to college, the only time that I could really get together with my college friends was around the holidays. And we would get together around the holidays and play the same games, taboo, spades. It's cool, but it starts to get old. So I used to be an RA in college. I don't know about y'all, but I'm here for the activity. So one day I just wrote on some note cards like, look, I'm gonna just write some questions that have to deal with our college days. That's what we all have in common. And a few hours in drinking later, it was like we were still playing, even though it was supposed to be a little icebreaker. So the pandemic, I think, propelled me to go ahead and make this an official business. So we're a little under a year in, and here we are, a Black collegiate drinking card game that will give you nostalgia and make you up, whether you went to a PWI or an HBCU. I know when some people hear Black collegiate, they automatically assume that you have to go to an HBCU to play this game.
Right.
I wanted something where no matter where you went, no matter how long it took you to graduate, you could play this game.
Awesome. And I took a look at the cards actually, and I'm ready to play as soon as this COVID stuff is over, and I'm actually getting to be by people. I definitely want to try the game out. I don't know if you guys heard of it, but they have an Instagram, up cards. Like I said, I have my cards here. So just tell us about like explain how the game goes, the rules, and how do you play?
Yep. So I know that, for example, with Uno, we know that Black people do not read the instructions on cards. And if we do, we're going to make it our own anyway. So I wanted to make sure that whether you read the instructions or not, you're able to play. But there are 3 ways to play. One is around the room where you just go ahead and you pass the card to the person on your right. The oldest person will deal the card. The second one is kind of like Circle of Death, King's Cup, where you have a strong picture of a drink in the middle of the table. The youngest person in the room makes the drink, 21 and up. And then you put the cards face down around it. And if you break the circle, you drink as you're pulling a card. And then the third one, because we made this business during the pandemic, is to play. So you could play on Zoom. Mirica, like since you have the game, you would be the MC or the RA, and you would be reading the questions off to folks as they play the game.
Okay, I actually have one here, and one of them say up for every time you've done the walk of shame. And like I've been reading all of these, and I'm like, oh, I'm pretty sure everybody would get drunk at that point. But I looked at them, and it's dope. It's dope. I really love the game.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm not sure if my face is frozen on your end. It's frozen on my end, but I can see you all.
It's okay. We can still hear you, so we're good.
Okay.
And then I have another question. Where can we purchase the pull-up cards?
Yeah, so you can purchase, I know you all are based in Texas, and I'm sure your fans are all across the US. So you can purchase online at pullupcards.com. If you follow us on Instagram, our link is in our bio. And every time we post our cards, we do a product tag. So you can just click the photo to purchase from there. And then if you all ever come to Washington, D.C. to visit, we are also located in a Black-owned retail space called Gift Shop. And that is located in Union Market in Northeast DC. Folks in the DMV area know where that is.
Awesome. And then
what's that location one more time? I'm sorry, I love DC.
Hey, yeah, Union Market. It's
Union Market, yeah.
Yep, is the location.
Look at us networking. Look at this.
Very cool.
And you already told us where they can find you. And then my last question to you is, what advice would you give someone just now starting a business or trying to start a business but don't know how? Like, what advice would you give to that young entrepreneur or older?
Yeah, I would say to definitely give yourself more credit than you might be. I think for a lot of people, starting a business sounds intimidating, and depending on who you talk to, it might sound just like so overwhelming to get it started. But just knowing that no matter what your idea is and no matter how crowded you might think the market is, no one is going to be able to implement the idea that they have like you. So go ahead and go for it, believe in yourself, and surround yourself with some other people who might also be early in the business stages, so you all can go through some of the same things together, and then also be able to connect with folks who are a little farther along. So rather than you learning through trial and error, you can hear from their experiences and learn that way.
Awesome. Well, y'all heard it first. Liz Renee with Pull-Up Cards says POUP cards. Is that right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us. If anybody didn't have any questions for her, we'll let you go, and we do appreciate you joining us for today's small business segment, Liz.
Thank you so much. Pull Up to Black Excellence.
Thank you, Liz.
All right, y'all. Make sure y'all tune in every Tuesday, Small Business Tuesday. We have every Tuesday, small businesses come up and promote their business on Instagram Live. We ask them questions, giving them the opportunity to just, promote their business. It's just us showing love. Just 7 p.m. 7 p.m.
We urge you to do it. It's free promotion. Like, let's get it. Like, if you got some, anything, whatever you want to promote, bring it to us. We got you. We're here. We're on live. We're trying to get everybody here. We're trying to get everybody to get their shit off the ground. Let's get it.
Networking.
It's networking. It's free promotion.
Michelle Obama twerk.
Hey, so let's get into it. So today our topic is we have Creatives Roundtable. Everybody on this panel right now is a creative, awesome creative. We have so many people doing so many different things on this panel, and I just want to give everybody the opportunity to just go ahead and introduce themselves one by one. Garrett, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I can go first. Y'all hear me?
Yes.
I'm Garrett McKinney. I'm out here Dallas based, and I'm a filmmaker, writer, director, producer. I do it basically all. So that's kind of my whole niche that I do creatively.
Okay, who want to go next? Richie.
Hello, my name is Richie Fontaine. As you can see, I'm a professional model, so that's really what I do. People tell me I'm funny. I be doing that, but my modeling career is where I'm taking off at. So you can follow me at Richie Fontaine. There's no I in Fontaine. I don't want to spell it right now because it's kind of lengthy. Just give it your best shot. Thanks.
Y'all know, if y'all haven't, I'm pretty sure most people know who Richie is by now.
Mr. Crab Leg, bitch.
I hope so.
It's that crab leg, I did.
His Instagram is going crazy with the skits. He is funny. So if y'all haven't checked him out, check him out. What about you, Elle?
I appreciate it.
I am El Michelle, the world's homegirl. I'm a socialite, born and raised in Fort Worth, known all over North Texas and beyond. I'm currently a real estate agent. So if you need to buy, sell, or rent, I got you on that. I've been doing that 2 years. I've been a property manager in apartments for 10 years. So I have very, very much experience from leasing to buying. I've been on both sides of the spectrum. I also have a YouTube channel called Hangin' with the Homegirl. It's an interview channel. I do conduct interviews with creatives, small businesses, anyone who is interesting, who's got a story to tell, and has the following to follow. Because, honey, I need the subscribers, honey. We can't both be having one friend and trying to be out here doing this because it's not going to go anywhere. So, yes, I need you to subscribe and check it out. That's the best thing you all can do for me at the moment is subscribe to Hanging with a Homegirl and just use
It's
your
really
eyeballs
good.
to look and see what's going on. And I would love to have you creatives and small businesses on there and let people know more about what you're doing. The aim is to inform, influence, and inspire. So those are the two main things that I'm working on right now, the real estate and the YouTube channel. But I also am working on some music. And that'll be here in a little bit. So stay tuned.
It is.
That's right.
Yeah. Thank y'all for having me.
Oh, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. I'm the producer of Mouthful. I know this is my first time coming on, but that's what I do. I produce, write, kind of direct type of thing. So I'm a creative too, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's get into it. I do have an icebreaker question before we start. Just an icebreaker to see who y'all really are. If you're on a plane for 5.5 years, I'm sure y'all heard about the manifest. If y'all on a plane for 5.5 years, and you could only pick one album to bring on that plane, what album would you pick? And remember, you got to play this over and over. So
Before I answer that question, can I crash the plane myself?
Because it got to go down.
Because one album?
One album. And of course, if you seen Manifest, you don't really have to be in the sky for 5.5 years. But when you touch down, it's been 5.5 years. So what album would you play?
What's a timeless one? What's a timeless one? Like to where, you know what? I got one.
What you got, Jen?
It would be, and it's fairly new, but I feel like this, I'll listen to, it made me feel the way I was in love at the time and shit. And it just made me feel like a totally different woman from 29 to 30. It was Ari Lennox's Shea Butter Baby. That was, I still listen to, probably when we leave tonight, I'll probably have another glass of wine and listen to it again. That album like has a song for every mood, you know, that I'm in. So that's, yeah, I could listen to, I still do 2 years later. So yeah.
What about y'all?
I'm gonna have to take it back from Usher, My Way. That was a whole ass bop. I'm gonna have to take it to Rihanna when she had, was it the R?
You said one. She said one.
Oh baby, I don't have a favorite. So let me pick a first. Let me pick one. Maybe Kanye, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Maybe we'll pop out with that one.
I'm gonna say Watch the Throne. I can do that for 5 years.
Does that make you feel like colossal or something, like big and like?
Yeah, I think it embodies what I'm aiming for. I just want to walk in the room and everybody be like, "Oh my God, that nigga just walked in the room."
Okay.
So,
the shit show. Okay.
I want to have theme song when I walk. I want you to hear a song. I don't know where it's gonna be coming from, but I want you to hear it.
Like that.
So,
I like that.
That's what I'm aiming for.
When you walking down the aisle to the restroom on the plane.
Like literally at Target, and it's like, this nigga got a record player. And I don't know where it's coming from, but it's hard. So yeah.
Man, That's funny. I would have to go Rapture by Anita Baker.
Ooh, you taking it back.
On repeat. I could be in the sky for 10 years and listen to it.
See, I was gonna say Michael.
Which one?
The Wall.
Off the Wall?
Yeah.
Bro.
I'm trying to remember what was all on there.
Yeah, I can vibe to.
This is a erratic question because 5 years.
I know. I was stuck. I'm over here future astronaut status. Y'all might not want to hear that for 5 years.
My music taste changed.
It's like every day, right?
It does.
Yeah, like 4 times a year. Because I don't really enjoy violent music until I hear some violent music. I'm like, that's my shit right here.
Exactly.
And then I don't want to hear all this killing nigga shit.
Right.
And then I'm listening to Janae. And I don't want to be sweet no more. Yeah, it changes.
See, I guess coming from a creative perspective, like that's a very hard question, you know, because
and that's why I asked. I just wanted to see where y'all was, just wanted to see. But on a scale from 1 to 10, how hard is it being a creative? How hard is it getting your work out there? How hard is it creating it? How hard is it?
10. 46.
46.
So how did go ahead.
I feel like it's hard because I feel like I don't want to say creatives have like this something wrong with them, but there's so much shit jumbled up in there. Like you have to figure out like how the hell do I get this out? Like me, I feel like at this point in my life, I feel like I need therapy. And I'm actually gonna start next month, and I'm very excited about that. Because no, for real, because I feel like I have so much shit that I need to get out. I need to vent to someone, you know, who of course will keep it confidential because I have all these wild thoughts. And if you tell it to a person who isn't trained to, you know, listen to these things, I'll be like, girl, what the fuck is wrong with you? So, I just feel like as a creative, like you have so much, it's just, you have to figure out how to get it out. Like at this point, I don't know. Like I'm doing things, creatively, but it's like, it's with other people. And it's like, okay, well, how do I do it myself? And I don't know how to do that yet.
I think number one, as Jen stated, was trying to figure out how to get it out. I did 100 other things before anybody seen me. So that was, for me, that was about figuring out what worked for me. So of course your niche, and then once you find your niche, get actually good at it. My most successful video on the internet got 6+ million views. I sat in my car for like an hour. I wasn't going to post it. I went over it in my head like 7 times. I was like, this shit trash. I'm not funny. I quit. Luckily enough, one of my friends was with me. She was like, no, I kind of like it. I like it. Post it. And voila.
That's crazy.
So,
it's always the ones you think that, it's always the ones you hate to be the ones that go viral, or
what's
the ones that
up
people
with
like.
that?
It's always that way for me too.
That?
Because
let's hone in on that for a second.
I love real, bro. Like it's you know what it is. I feel like we need to realize that we really are all the same. Not in the mind, but like we're all fucking humans trying to figure this shit out. And like you see people, everyday people who would have never thought that they would go viral. You know why? Because they just put some shit out there. And no, real shit. They just put some shit out there. Really? They didn't even know the shit was gonna go viral. They was just being them damn selves. And
well, Eyebrows on Fleek is a perfect example.
Who that is?
Yeah. There's a million videos on the internet that has been seen millions of times on accident. And then you got people who want you to see their shit and nobody looks at it. So imagine, like the girl who put the gorilla glue in her hair. She got like wild followers. She got money and notoriety, and she was just being retarded.
Just being retarded. Like
it's the young barbecues. It's the young barbecues. It's the guy, the people from TikTok, the African chick with the braids, the plaid, Moki Mo, something like that, Moki Mo or something like that. It's another little black African dude who be doing like this all the time. He don't even do.
Oh
my God! Like, they have articles written on them about how their comedy is so far fetched, but yet so mute. You know, like they barely be doing anything, you know. And these are people who probably are unorthodox. I call them unconventional, beautiful people, because I think they're both attractive. But you have people like look like me that's regular pretty, I guess. I'm saying it because it's what I've been told, because I'm real modest. But people are like, oh my God, you pretty. I'm like, I don't know though, you know, because I was still stuck with the Instagram beauties, the golden looking people, the mixed chicks. Girl, I'm like masculine, I'm bald headed, I got tattoos, and I got this nerdy look on top of that. Like, what's going on? Thank you, Jen. And I'm very self-conscious. But you have these people who come on there with some plaids going every which way, looking like low dog, and you know what I mean? Like people with no eyebrows, no eyelashes, no nails. And they just out there giving it to them raw and real. And relativity is a big, big, big thing right now, because all this time we've been taught that you had to be perfect. And then you had the Kevin Harts and the Tiffany Haddish and the different comedians who came out and was saying what we was thinking and doing what we was thinking, even the awkward shit. And we was like, damn. That's what makes it funny. It's not even funny, really. It's only funny.
So you heard it from Mouthful
I felt
first.
that before. What you say?
Mouthful first. Get drunk. Get on live.
I'm so afraid of that, because girl, y'all gonna get it. Y'all gonna get it, and I don't know what's to come.
I'm playing.
If I were to do that, no, for real, because you be your raw, realist, most relative self. You know. Without any of the insecurities, without any of the preconceived notions, without any fears, just do you. Yeah.
Is it true, like that, while we're on this subject, is it true that you get more support from people who you don't know rather than people who you do?
Yes.
Yes.
That absolutely goes without question. Strangers make you rich.
Man.
Your family don't give a fuck about you.
It's so hard for me to
just
because
I just be wanting to share. Just share it one time, and it's like the people that you know, they don't share it, but people that you do know, they share it. I'm like, come on, man.
So with me, there's with me, it's literally obvious. All you have to do is like it, drop a laugh emoji, and share it. That's all you need from me.
That's it.
Family
and people
will just
act like
go
that's
about
like
their day.
So much.
Your family will just go about their day, disregard it, and then you have literally people who you will probably never fucking meet who will not miss anything. And I appreciate you, stranger ass nigga. You're cool. I really like that.
Commenting, liking, showing love. Like
I had to get my mom. I had like our first season, like when she actually finally came to the studio and like saw us record. I was like, yeah, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah.
Like,
you see it.
Like, I had to I'm really doing this. So,
you see it.
I think we playing or something.
Off of those two notes, I'm pretty sure it's harder for people to like that's closest to us to like really support us versus like strangers, because like the people who like are real close to us it gets real political. A lot of aspects and a lot of like stages in our like whatever relationship it is, like whether it's like your brother, your sister, your cousin, or even like a close friend that got the T on you or whatever like that. Oh, they not really like that. But as an artist, it's like a different take of what you really may perceive me as, or all the history that you have of me. So it gets real political on that end. If you post something, they ain't gonna really fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? If you at this event, they're gonna be looking at you all weird and shit. But that's part of your, you know what I'm saying? So I guess like
until other people support you, then they swearing that they knew all along that
yeah,
you could be who you was gonna be.
I went ahead and this was years ago. I went ahead and got past it. I sat down with myself and I said, well, they're poor anyway, so they can't even fucking help me. I'm looking to make money, and they're poor, so no big deal. And after I was able to really sit down and just move on with that, it doesn't offend me. Granted, I would appreciate it, but it doesn't offend me because every time I ask for some money, y'all don't got none, so no big deal.
They don't even have a YouTube. They don't even have a YouTube account to subscribe to my channel. They can't help it.
So why I care? Exactly. I was like, yo, subscribe to my YouTube. Oh, I don't even got a YouTube. You're fucking useless. So no big deal.
That's a good way to look at it. That's a good way to look at it. Think about it. I never even thought about it like this.
If your family really mattered to you, I'm sorry, to what you do, not to you, but to what you do, they literally cannot do shit for you. They can't help. So I don't care about it.
Okay.
I knew I was funny. Them niggas can't help me. So
and I knew I always made headlines, honey. I've been making headlines since school, from burn books.
Do you hear me?
To exes going on Facebook writing about me after we broke up, to ex-friends. I said, honey, I can make a headline. I can make a headline. Okay, so I'm not worried about any of that because I've always been the star. Y'all always come ready and willing to see what I was gonna do at school today. Whether I was gonna be the class clown,
I've been telling them I'm gonna Beyonce this shit the whole time. I've been telling them I'm gonna Beyonce this shit the whole time, and I had to prove it. So here we are.
I feel like long as you know that, then you good.
Yeah.
As long as you know that, and I have to get to that point. I have to get to that point where I'm in my head, like, as long as I know that I got it, that's all I need. As long as I manifest it or pray about it, I'll be all right. Just keep going, keep doing it, keep pushing. That's how I got to think about it now. Because at first it was getting to me to where I was just like, I wanted to just throw everything like out the window.
I was going to say to you, Maraka, your name is a star name. Your name is a star name. Sometimes it's back to your name. Like, my real name is Latrice. If y'all look that up, it's gonna say a star bitch. Like, my mama gave me that. She didn't even know. I ain't lying.
Hold on.
Hey,
Wait.
Where you Google
how you spell it? L-A?
Latrice. Look that shit up. Look up the people with the initial L, women, particular with the initial L. Look the shit up. Sometimes your calling was there before you. Maraka, you born to make sound, make noise. Like, you was born. I don't know. Is it
It's miracle, but everybody say Maraka, so it's both.
I was saying Moroccan in my head for like the first 20 minutes of this.
Because it's spelled like Maraca, but it's miracle though. I mean, that's why I go by MJ, because
still
miracle.
You born to make noise.
Is the sub word of miracle. Baby, you was a miracle. You a noise maker and a miracle. A miracle that's gonna make noise.
I actually was a miracle baby though.
Come on now. Hello.
Hey.
That shit don't end after birth. That shit is forever. That's your life. You a miracle, period. Forever. You know, so right. And I can say that, but it's hard. I can say that because I guarantee am I gonna go live tonight? Am I gonna put some shit out tonight? Probably not. But I'm just saying it's hard, but for real, believe in yourself.
It starts there, for real. Like, that's where it starts.
See what happened. What do you say? If anybody hate, I guarantee you can slug their ass real quick. What are you doing? What are you doing? Where are you at? Who you got? Your baby daddy? Who? Your baby mama? Who?
Wait a minute. Oh, okay. I got baby daddies, girl. Don't do that.
No, they got worse ones. They got worse ones, man. They got worse ones.
Girl, one I'm dropping them off in a minute. Girl, don't do this to me.
Look, they got worse ones, Jen. They got worse ones, I promise. And you can still say that. Y'all baby to keep your kids. Shit. I'm just saying. Some of them are absentee. They can't, nobody can talk. And you really realize that becoming an adult. So if you ain't felt that shit yet, that we done went through something, I done called bitches outside the plasma center line. I done called bitches selling their clothes. I done called a bitch selling some ass. We don't have to go through. And I might have been one of them four bitches, but I'm just saying, cut
I think
it. Cut the judgment.
the older I get, my apologies, just going.
Go ahead.
The older I get, I think it's the older I get, it makes me wish I had found my full self-confidence earlier, because you think you like 16 or 17, you want to adhere to everything, that's normal around you. And now I'm 30, I hate people. I hate them. I hate what they do, the things they say. I hate some of them even gotta breathe. Like, I hate y'all. So trying to be like y'all would be an issue for me. You have to find yourself. You have to be confident in who you are, and you have to be confident in anything that you do, or it should have never worked. If you want to figure out how to be an expert burger maker, you got to feel like you know how to do this shit or not. It don't matter what it is. So feeling confident in yourself and believing in it, even just a little bit, is literally the start to everything.
Yeah, and just to piggyback off what Richie just said, like, I wish when I was in high school, middle school, when I was even playing basketball, trying to be this WNBA star, I wish I had the confidence that I do now that I did back then, because I wasn't confident at all. Like, I feel like if I had the confidence that I have now, I would probably would have been a way better basketball player, right? But now it's like, I look back and was like, dang, I wish I could go back and see what I could do. But it was a lesson for me, honestly. That's why I say I want my daughter to have confidence from now to forever, because that stuff will like eat you up. It will have you way back here when you're supposed to be way up here. So it's
miracle. You better not give up, girl. You better insert yourself.
Well, not
into
now.
coaching,
I'm just saying, like, just growing.
Again,
yeah.
Do some commentary, and be on ESPN one day, especially if you know the sport. They made me play because I was tall and masculine. I didn't want to play no sports. Girl, they was on the other side of the basketball little field. I'm gonna call it a field. That's how bad I am. They was
basketball
court.
Basketball court.
They was on the side of the court. Oh, Darren had a breath, girl. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. And I ain't sitting there trying to make me because I was tall, but it wasn't my calling. But if that's your calling, honey, you fit in any way possible.
Well, it's not.
It's not
now.
Ain't. You just good at it.
I mean, I was all right. I wouldn't.
So I was
I wasn't on Maya Moore.
That's real too. Know if something is your calling.
I remember you in elementary, girl. You was balling then. I remember your little body playing.
Well, also, but about that there as well is I wouldn't say that about me because I'm fucking hilarious, but people dead ass figured I was funny like this year. And it was like, well, nigga, was I not funny? Like, what you trying to say? Because bro, I didn't know you were that funny. I've known you for 10 years. What are you talking about?
You didn't realize.
Okay, well, that's confusing.
I've been doing the same shit.
And so it's like, well, maybe finding the confidence, which I feel like I've done so, finding the confidence in when you decided you were playing basketball. It's like, fuck it, I'm going to get better. Because you can get better at anything. Mm-hmm. You have to get better. That's what, of course, practice is. That's what repetition is. That's what actually trying the shit is getting better.
Right. And just to flip the script, like, how do y'all balance your 9 to 5, if you have one, and your creative job? Like, how do you balance that? Is it hard? Does it take away from your creativity sometimes? Trying to balance that 9 to 5, if you have one. I know I do.
I had one. I was a property manager from 9 to 5, and then I was also trying to create my show and we do music. And for a while, I was on a really erratic schedule. But for me, I just tried to make the job work for me. And for me, it was accepting the admin type of job, so I could use the computer to do research, so I could use the computer to look up shit, so I could use my lunch to go and do shit. So I try to find a job that could be flexible. And I know that's hard. Well, really right now, it's not. Everybody's hiring. Like, literally. If you can't get a job, get some unemployment and make it work for you. Whatever the fuck you gonna do.
Everybody's hiring.
Everybody's hiring. So at this point, they willing to work with you and your schedule. But before that, I will try to find something that could work for me. If you do something that's mobile, if you do something, again, that's working from an office or a desk or a computer, you need to be inserting it because it's hard. I ain't gonna lie. If you devote yourself 100% to that job, when you get off, you're gonna be mentally exhausted and sometimes physically exhausted, depending on what kind of work you do. And you may only be able to allot yourself 4 hours after work, and that's if you don't cook, work out, got kids, got pets,
Children.
you know what I'm saying? Then you got to go to sleep and get 8 hours to get up and do this again. So it is a very hard. The best thing you can do, even if it's not something that you want to do, is find a job where you can work that mug to work for you. And I worked as a property manager, so I had discounted rent. I had living on site, so I didn't have to drive to work. There was no commute, and it was an office job. So when I took care of my residents, I was on the computer, on YouTube, on Google, doing everything else that I could. And then I had the weekends off so that I could go and do what I actually wanted to do. So it is like that. You have to really weigh your pros and cons when you accepting a position and you really a dream chaser.
What about you, Gary? Like, what's your how you balance?
It's up in the air. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a 9 to 5 per se, or I don't have one at all. But I'm a freelance contractor. So like I'm a cam operator, so a cam tech. So I'll go to like different shoots, whether it's television, sports, whatever, and I'll, set up cameras and I run the whole, camera on production team. So most times, like, even though I do work in a big realm of what I do, as far as across the board, like I do cameras, but it's TV versus filmmaking. You know what I'm saying? So my 100% focus I want to do is, filmmaking, and I'm a writer director. So, I write scripts and trying to sell them and direct. So it's kind of like I'm being pulled in two different separate worlds. And like essentially, like my everyday, like when I get hired on these gigs, it's kind of, I'm at the mercy of when they're going to reach out to me and when the production's going to be, like going on. Like I tell my friends and family, like, they're like, you all over the place in America, you know how it is. You see, know, in my work, like, but when you get out there, in the world, as far as like getting contract gigs, when you work with like independent studios or, on location, it gets a little bit more hectic. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'll tell my friends and family, I have a free schedule now. Like right now, I have the whole week, no work. You know what I'm saying? And then I may get a text or a call or email. You know what I'm saying? By the grace of God, I'm pretty much tapped in where I have like 6 clients that, contact me, and I have like regular gigs. So, but it's like my schedule's so all over the place. And even in that, I do find a lot of time to focus on my artistry and, whoever I'm with or friends or, what I'm saying, trying to work up, I'm writing a show as well. I'm doing a lot of things creative. I find a lot of time for that. But it's the hardest part, I would say, is I'll have a project or I'm working on some music, whatever. And to kind of get into that creative space, you're going to need about 3 days, you know what I'm saying? Like the thought process day, you know what I'm saying? Where you think about, just, with your passion of whatever you're doing. Me, like I say, is screenwriting or making music. So whatever I'm doing in that time, as far as my creative side, I have to give myself 3 days, you know what I'm saying, to, all right, this is what I'm doing. Then to figure out what are the tools that I need to get this done. And then the 3rd day to really accomplish that and go into it. But by the time, you know what I'm saying, I'm on that 3rd day trying to get into something creative, then I have a call or I have a text, you know what I'm saying, to put me on a show or something. And so that creative, aspect has to, kind of shut off, because then I'll go into the corporate world and where I may spend 3, 4, 5 days on a show. So just to kind of like balance that, I have to take care of 100% of the time I have set aside for to create something. So like phones off, I'm off social media. Most times I don't really post. If I'm posting, that means I'm like, it may be a Tuesday or a Wednesday, or Thursday, or whatever part of the day that I'm not even working the whole week, and I just decide to take myself out and enjoy, you know what I'm saying, like fruits of my labor type stuff. But it's extremely hard to kind of like zone in when you kind of have essentially, you get that corporate money to finance your dream. So until you work up a way where you kind of match corporate and surpass corporate of either what they're paying you or their experiences, then you're gonna have to play that side of all right, now to finance this. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. And by the grace, like I'm there, you know what I'm saying? And so I can kind of decide whether or not I can take that job or not. But you know what I'm saying? So it's
like you.
I'll say you just have
Okay. Look, Jen, that's awesome, Gary. Good shit.
I appreciate it. That's pretty much it.
Balance.
So hey y'all. So what about y'all, Richie, Jen? What is
I was an OTR truck driver over the road. I was doing my videos in my truck.
I say that shit. That's how it look. That's how we got to
And then my well, every job I've ever had, I figured out I hate it. It just depends on how long.
So real shit.
Yeah, I've never had a job I was like, oh man, I'm gonna stay here for 30 years. I won't stay there for 30 fucking minutes. I'm okay with that. I've taken jobs and quit them before I got there. I've gotten fired on purpose. I hate jobs. Fuck them all. I believe you either do your career or you just work it through. At that, when I actually quit back in April, it was interfering because I started getting more popular. So it was interfering in me doing stuff that I want to do, of course, for comedy. And the moment that comes into play is when I scratch out. So knowing what I want to do versus what I needed to pay my goddamn rent, you figured out how you figured it out by the grace of God. Like my man said, things are working out in favor. But it's, to me, the balance is how much do you want what you're trying to do versus the other side of it. Of course, I want to walk around in nice shoes and be able to feed my dog, but I also want to tell jokes forever. So you have to figure it out.
I love that.
I mean, it's for me, like it's hard because I'm in corporate and then I try to juggle Mouthful and then I'm working on another project and then I'm a mom on top of that, a new mom on top of that. Like I'm still trying to balance it. I still don't know how because it seems like the only time I can really work I work from 7 to 4 and then from 4 to like at least 9, 10 o'clock, I'm with my daughter, right? I got to spend time with her. Then as soon as she go to sleep, that's my only time to just really like work on my stuff. So I'm still trying to figure it out. Sometimes I'm up to like 2, 3 in the morning trying to finish some stuff or just my mind's just racing like, okay, what's next? Because that's the only time I can just really think. But it's a lot trying to juggle that and then as the mind of the creative, because it seems like we're always like thinking of stuff to do or we always just constantly just thinking it. Sometimes something to pop up in my head and I'm playing with my daughter and I just pause. And they be like, Miracle, what's wrong with you? I'm like, dang, I just thought of something. Like, I'm not crazy, but it's like, you just left your pencil in the refrigerator. It's probably because I was like my mind is always just going, and that there sometimes it even brings anxiety to me because it's like, dang, I gotta go write this down and then come back.
Sometimes
I can't just
that
go.
Brings anxiety every time.
Anxious every
I'll
time.
be like, oh my
Anxious
God.
Fuck.
But it's just crazy because my mom be like, you all right? Because you left this. You doing this, like your mind is gone. It's because like my mind is always going. I'm always thinking, trying to process so many things, and it's crazy. It's crazy.
Absolutely.
For me, I mean,
Nobody has entertainment.
I've always had the dream of being in. You said
Gen
what?
Gen kids create content.
Oh yeah, my daughter a fool. But just as somebody who, and this is like totally different, just somebody who's had the dream since, I was 5 years old, like just kind of to be in front of the camera or behind it, whatever, just to be, in that space. And then you just taking like different turns, like never the damn turn that you envisioned when you was 5, It's just for me, like sometimes I'm in that space. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I gotta get to this football game, and it's not on my mind, but I know like all the way in the back of it, I know like this is how I want to make my income, like forever in the day. Like I've dreamt about this since I was 5. So it's like you have to take breaks. For me, I never imagined me taking breaks from doing this, but it's like maybe the breaks are good because just the way my mind is, the way it goes, like 24/7, it's like, okay, good, I got that break. Now I can kind of see, because as far as Mouthful, this is like, to be honest, this is one of the best experiences I've ever had entertainment wise. Like I've been on an album, loved it, smashed it. But this is consistent, and just right now I'm just balancing it, with work. It works for me right now. Now I don't want to be at motherfucking work. Not even so I'm just saying, like, it just works for me right now because of my producer. I have somebody to assist me, so maybe that's just what I need right now. Maybe I need some assistance. And that's what I'm getting right now. I'm getting someone to say, hey, this is what's going on this week. So I'm like, oh, okay, I can prepare myself. Me by myself, I can't. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say, okay, I can just create by myself. I'm the type of person who needs assistance. Okay, you see what you see what I'm capable of. You see my potential. Okay, oh, you can help. I'm gonna roll with you. Okay, cool. So that's how I'm able to create this right now. That's how I'm able to keep.
Jen, there's no not to cut you off. There's no shade in that. Every great boxer has a trainer.
Jen, I just got an assistant a week ago. And baby, I'm doing shit I never thought I would do. Shit that was on my task list up here, I'm just now getting around to because I've been able to take this and get it to her. Some light stuff. Making calls and calls. Y'all, I refer you my assistant because she works for other people. I don't take up all her time, and she's not expensive, but she handled my ish. Because again, I'm a realtor. She handles all my follow-up calls. She sends out my DocuSign documents. She schedules my showings. I can just go. With my interviews, she schedules my interviews with my guests. She sends out my email marketing. That's all she want to do is assist other people to their next level. And I'm not paying, a whole lot of money, but she gonna help bring me a whole lot of money. And then when that happens, I am gonna give her a raise and I am gonna tip her because, baby, you've helped me. I'm too all over the place. I got too much stuff to do. I do. And honestly, what I want to do, like y'all said, the music, the producing, the show, the comedy, is not the breadwinner. It's not yet. And I can't get to it without handling this breadwinner first. I got a mortgage. I just bought a house.
Yeah, I got fired.
I got fired a week after I bought my house. I got fired from work a week after I bought my house. I was like, oh, what I'm gonna do? So it helps. It helps anyway. And sometimes it can be a micromanaging system. Everybody ain't got to get a person. Sometimes it's a scheduling app. Sometimes it's Hootsuite. Sometimes it's Google Workplace to help you get your ish out. You know what I mean? So
my actual calendar app, not to be funny, reminded me of this. I don't remember shit. The moment I agree to something, it's gonna be on mine for like 10 hours. After 10 hours, it's like damn, I said what I was gonna do. It popped up on my watch about 2 hours, of course, prior to this. I was like, oh shit, I do gotta do that. Okay, cool. Let's do that.
That's me.
I do the same thing.
I gotta get that though.
I just started doing that and it's helped me so.
It's helped me immensely.
What is it called?
I literally, it's just a calendar app on the phone.
Oh, it's just a calendar app.
Yeah.
I know.
So the moment I agree to anything, I go right to the app. I type in each and every detail that needs to be known, location, date, time, etc., and then I just let it go. It's helped me with my anxiety with things because I'll literally be sitting on the couch and then like, oh damn, I gotta be somewhere in 8 minutes. And that's it for me. So
sit there for 8 minutes. Like, dang.
The calendar app.
I need to be like y'all. I need to do that
And then
because
I put several reminders. So I
Erica,
got 3
you
reminders.
don't have a calendar?
Set reminders, set an alarm, sticky
I got 3
note,
reminders.
baby, anything.
I put 3 reminders on
Erica.
everything I do.
I find it very hard to believe you don't have a reminder. Like, you don't
No,
have
I
that?
don't.
Erica?
I don't.
Oh, girl, you
I
do.
have a
Oh.
calendar. I have a calendar that I write everything in, but I don't pick up that calendar and look at it, and so I forget a
Erica.
whole.
I just write
bunch of-
it.
Your phone,
you?
your phone.
I just write
Okay.
it, but I'm trying to find something that reminds me. But like you said, Google remind me. Then I try. I Calendly. I tried that, but it's just me. I'm telling you, I be doing 50 million things at one time. Like I don't. If somebody say, "Mirka, can you do this?" I'll be like, just remind me 30 minutes before.
if everybody, and I don't care if I'm not in the same state as you, just call me an hour before or that day,
That's it.
and I'll know. But don't tell
That's
me.
it.
Don't tell me too far ahead of time because I'm not gonna be there. I can't remember.
That's me.
I'm
That's
an old
me.
man, so that's my
An assistant when the budget allows. Before that, your calendar. I've got spirals. I got a spiral for every aspect of my life. But you're right. If you don't pick that shit up, you ain't gonna see it.
Right, because
Right,
I don't.
exactly.
I'll be driving in
Exactly.
the car. I'll be in the car. I'll be like, dang, it's 8:00. I was supposed to do something 8:00. Don't even know what it
It's
is. Then they hit
bad,
me up,
y'all.
Mirka, you missed it. I said, dang, I'm sorry. But if it was on my phone, it would have reminded me. And I gotta get in the groove of just putting it in my phone rather than writing it down.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
I'm not
As
gonna-
I said,
I'm not gonna remember.
it's
Yeah.
at this point it saved me about like a good 15, 20 times now because I would just sit there and play the game. I'll walk my dog. I'll do
Y'all know what I
everything
think
but-
about? I think about Money Mike when he said, "Let me check my Palm Pilot." That Palm Pilot, you need that. Let me
You
check
need
that.
that.
Oh,
It is going to
I
help.
do it.
And I think for an adult, anybody that does more than 2 fucking things, you need to be reminded because as an
With
adult,
kids.
everybody here said, man, I got a lot to do. And even sometimes when it don't feel like you got nothing to do, you got a lot to do.
Shit,
You got something you could be doing.
Literally,
You
it's
heard it here
always,
from
it's
Mouthful
always
first.
something you should be doing. Like all fucking days, so.
Put your shit in your phone, in your
Correct.
calendar.
Because
Put
your phone is always with you. I don't carry around no goddamn notepad. I carry around my phone. So
or your
yeah.
Apple Watch.
There you go.
Do they send reminders?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is what I look. That's why I keep doing this.
I just got my watch. I don't need. Where's that?
And you know what, y'all? I ain't gonna even try to
I
take
hear.
it back to the back. But our people, we was tardy to
Don't
the
do-
whole
don't do
motherfucking
that.
party. I ain't gonna take it there. But nigga, we didn't have the equiption. We didn't have the equipment. We didn't have the equipment. We are trying to figure this shit out. This shit is real. It's so unfair. The other folks, they had all this shit set up.
They did.
They had money. They had shit to go into businesses. Hey, you're already gonna be a gardener. We're a family full of gardeners. We're gonna be gardeners.
That's
Okay,
true.
we have to sit here and figure out what we're gonna do, turn it into a business. Some of us just finding out what an LLC is, how to open a business account in 2021.
No, you're right.
That's
And
tough.
before we go, I got one last question, and then we'll kind of wrap it up. So I know y'all got things to do. While we're on the subject, someone asked me this question not too long ago, and I thought I'd ask y'all, how important is it that your partner or your significant other supports you? And if you don't have a partner or significant other, like when you do, how do they have to support you, or how do they have to show you that,
Financially
okay.
or physically? Financially or physically. If you got too much shit going on, I got money. I can put this in somebody's hands. They can do this. If you don't got the money, you need to be able to help me do it. I'm sorry. That's who you date. You date what you got going on. I got this going on. Period. If it's too much for you, go on with somebody else. If it's not, you like, okay, that's the bet. What can we do to help each other? 1 + 1 has always equaled 2 to me. 1 + 1 don't equal 0. 1 + 1 don't equal 1. 1 + 1 equals 2. It gets greater. You maximize when you give it somebody. If you don't, I just don't feel like that's.
And there's what are you here for? I got you.
We're walking. Yeah.
I agree. I just don't think that I don't expect them to give me any money. I never expect that. But I do. For me, I just need you to support me. Rather, you
I
don't
say
even have to
either
be
or.
interested in what. You don't have to be interested or love what I'm doing. But if I got a show or if I got a set or a show that I'm filming or something, if you just come up and say, "Hey, give me a hug" or whatever, I'm good. Or if you just come and sit, I'm good. As long as you're just supporting. That's all I ask. Like, cause I break my back trying to support everybody. Like, I'ma come wherever you trying to go. If I'm with you, I'm with you. I'm gonna pop up. Like, period. So I just ask that person just be there. You don't have to like be interested or ask me all the time
And
what I'm doing. And then just understand at 10 p.m. at night, I'm working. I'm not doing anything else, but I'm working and I need at least 3 hours out of the day after I deal with my kid to work. That's all. Other than that, I'm good. Like financially, I don't expect them to finance anything for me. If they want to, go ahead, but I don't expect that part. I just expect you to just show up or just be there to support it. Like Beyonce she did the whole documentary. Jay-Z was in the documentary, didn't say not one thing, but he was just sitting there. He was just sitting there like that. To me, that's cool with me. I got you right there. So that's it. But that's just me
either
though.
or. I say either or, but sometimes they can't even do that. If they don't have enough going on like you do, they're gonna be envious and jealous. Period.
Yeah.
Period. Female friend, man, husband, they are gonna not. It's not gonna align. From my experience.
Well, on that note, who inspires you is how we gonna end it. So everybody who inspires you now, like who is helping you with your creativity, who are you inspired by, and who is motivating you to do the next project. It don't have to be a celebrity, but just anybody.
Oh, perfect. Thank God.
Oh.
As we spoke about earlier, strangers, 100%. People I've never met, more than likely we never will meet, motivate me every single day. There's people that tell me I'm the funniest person on the app. Wildly enough, people that literally type he's funnier than Kevin Hart. Strangers literally are the absolute reason I tell jokes, because my dog don't laugh at none of this shit. She literally just sits. And I'm like,
I'm about to go follow you, Richie.
I appreciate it.
He's funny as shit, bro.
I can't wait.
I
can't wait.
Oh, I love hilarious. I'm pretty sure you done came across this video at least one time.
And you probably just can't. I don't know. He look a little. He can't really tell what he look like now. I know you done seen this nigga face across the.
I probably have.
I know you have.
Yeah. So I mean, and honestly, for that, of course, I know y'all have children, things of that nature, but I hope strangers motivate y'all too, because again, nobody else is gonna give you no fucking money or tell you how good you are. And strangers, thank God, tell me how good I am. And
they do both.
People might not recognize it, but to me, literally every affirmation means something to me. I love it. I appreciate it. And that's what motivates me.
Thing. Good, because you were in the space where you need that, that
absolutely, yeah. I have to have it. Absolutely.
So like in your world, like between you and your audience or whatever stage you on, whether it's virtual or it's in person, comedy show, or even hosting that event, you're gonna need that response. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
so
sir.
Based off your response too, like you in that realm of like, realtor and getting your own like show and stuff like that. So you're gonna need somebody either or, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Or like, I understand that, like, but for me, it may sound cocky and it's not cocky in no way. Like, I'm humble, but like myself, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I was gonna say the same thing.
Garrett, real fast. I'm gonna let you go, Garrett. Give me 10 seconds.
Okay,
you need to be cocky at what you do. Being a humble person and being confident in yourself are two different things. I'm extremely humble. I know I'm funny, and then we're not playing about it.
Yeah.
And period. And it's on period. Nah, real shit. No, I feel where he's
coming from. Real. Humble.
No,
I tell y'all, I'm humble to a fault. That shit will get you overlooked. I'm so overlooked. I'm underbooked, overlooked, hated on. all that. I'm too humble. I swear to God, I'm so humble. You tell me something wrong with you, I tell you something wrong with me, just to make you feel better. But I ain't got to do that. Ain't nothing wrong with me.
Ain't nothing wrong with me.
No, but like, no, real shit. I was literally going to say the same thing. You know, it's scary because it's like, okay, bitch, you doing a good job, bitch. Bitch, you doing a good job, bitch. Because it's like I never thought, like, look at us. Look at this. Look at this episode. Like, we all came together tonight. We may have, don't nobody know what went on before this, or no one's gonna know what happened after this, but they're gonna look at this and be like, oh, these niggas came together to make this. We did this. I'm always looking at myself like, damn, girl, you auditioned for this, girl, you made it, girl, you keeping it pushing, like you're continuing to do it, and I'm going to keep believing in my damn self because y'all, I swear to God, I never thought I'd be doing anything like this. So I'm gonna keep looking at my damn self, and I'm keep saying, bitch, you doing a good job.
Jen, you and Maraka, Mouthful TV has an exceptional marketing. Y'all look great. The marketing looks great. I'm happy to be a part of it. I can share that shit. I feel ashamed. And I hope my marketing is the same way, but y'all are doing it. Everybody,
you are doing an amazing job.
Thank you.
You are. I think
everybody is
you know, you like,
yeah.
You know, you my nigga Rich. Like, I'm really
thank you everybody for
really,
even coming.
Really,
for real.
Everybody y'all got in y'all's group is doing something. From Ty, I don't know if he knows still with y'all not, but Ty was doing a lot of stuff. I don't know him personally, but everybody's in y'all's group is doing something separately to draw more, more people to what y'all doing as a whole. So that's good.
Telling you,
Well, Jen, take us out. Oh, go ahead, Gary.
Go ahead.
When you were calling me talking about, Mouthful, and I was excited about it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was one of the first person that heard about it.
Yeah, like facts, and I was just like overjoyed about all that we talked about, you just like stepping into like what's on your heart and like seeing it flourish from like in person, COVID get shut down, you mix around, now we hear virtual, like that's the industry, you know what I'm saying? And it's to see from that phone call to me actually finally being on the show, one episode.
Finally.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like that's work. You know what I'm saying? That's progress. And no matter what aspect that we all in, is like progression is the biggest accomplishment because it's going to like get you to where you need to go. And this show is too iconic. I know you've been hearing it, right? You've been doing all the pre-work, but this show is
speaking.
It's gonna be. I'm sorry. Let me real facts. Like you're gonna get to a point where like that, like in a day, and then you're gonna have your feet kicked up, and then like finance is gonna be rolling in, millions of dollars gonna be hitting the account, and then next no facts. I'm not just trying to speak it.
No, you speaking it.
No, I'm taking this in. I'm taking this in.
Like next thing you know, like you're gonna be chilling, and then your feet's gonna be kicking up, and then you can actually work on the schedule. And then next thing you know, you got a lot of finances. You got your assistants, like you were talking about. You have producers that you can step into another realm to kind of manage that.
Investors, look, spend some other folk money.
For really like getting this together, because this right here is what everybody needs. Now I know people, me. And this is a wonderful show. So shout out to you.
We definitely gonna have a part 2, and y'all stay tuned. And I thank everybody again for coming. And I'm gonna let Jen take us out of here so we can get y'all back to y'all families and y'all life,
y'all regular lives, so everybody can get to their shit. Y'all, thank you so much, everybody who tuned in tonight. Please do not forget to follow us on all our handles: YouTube, IG, and Twitter. We got Small Business Tuesdays every Tuesday. Don't forget to join us tonight after the show. We'll be going live. Wednesday. I'm sorry. I apologize. Wednesday, after the show, 8 o'clock p.m. Around that time. After the show, 8 o'clock p.m. We'll do our Mouthful after party. So if you want to just give your perspective on this episode, please do. Please join us. I don't have nothing else. Don't forget to subscribe to A Taste of the Culture. Black owned wine, spirits, whiskey. I mean, everything black owned. You'll get a 25% discount with the code Mouthful. Man, y'all enjoy the rest of your night. I really enjoyed this episode.
Thank you,
each
everyone, for
and
coming on.
everybody who came on. Love y'all. Have a good night.
Love
Thank y'all for
y'all.
having me.
Bye.
Be
Thank
safe.
you.
Let's connect. Let's hang with the home girl. Thank you.
Thank y'all so much.